Shipboard organization is divided into three departments: the deck department, the engine department, and the steward department. Each of these departments is composed of crew members who sail on board ship and are responsible for its safe operation while the ship is at sea and at port. Deck department. This department is in charge of various operations on board such as navigation, communication, safety and security, ship maintenance, and cargo care. A sea captain, also called a captain, master, or a shipmaster, is the ultimate command of the vessel. All the crew members on board are under his or her command. He or she is responsible for its safe and efficient operation, including cargo operations, navigation, crew management, and ensuring that the vessel complies with local and international laws, as well as company and flag state policies. The deck department is under the supervision of the chief officer or first mate, often called the chief mate. His or her responsibilities include the crew's welfare and training in areas such as safety, firefighting, search and rescue. He also oversees loading, securing, and unloading of cargoes. Moreover, the chief mate is accountable for the care of cargo during the voyage. The second mate is the third most experienced deck department officer after the captain and chief mate. Second mate's primary duty is to focus on the navigational aspects of operations, which includes updating charts and publications, keeping them current, making passage plans, and even preserving navigational instruments and equipments. The third mate's duty to the role of safety officer is to ensure the operational readiness of life-saving and firefighting equipment by inspecting gear lockers, lifeboats, and all equipment on board and various other emergency systems. Before being an officer, part of the requirements is to undergo a structured cadetship training, deck cadet to be specific, for future deck officers. Cadets are students who have completed their academic requirements from school but have yet to acquire their bachelor's degree. They are on a structured program and are assigned tasks and duties depending on the program, such as keep watch with officers or performing maintenance works with the ratings. Boatswain or bosun is a petty officer on board and is considered as the foreman of the deck ratings. Their tasks are usually directed by the chief officer, which may include mooring, cleaning, chipping rust, painting, and any other jobs as given. An able-bodied seaman works under the direct supervision of the boatswain while assigned on-deck duties. The AB stands a navigational watch with the watch-keeping officers on the bridge, generally as a lookout or helmsman. The ordinary seamen are considered to be the lowest-ranked personnel in the deck department. They are usually assigned to work with the able-bodied seaman as directed by the bosun. They are also tasked to perform lookout duties in the navigational bridge as the need arises. Engine department. This department is in charge of the maintenance and operation of machineries and equipment on board. The chief engineer is the manager of the engineering department and is responsible for the engine room's efficient operation and maintenance of all machineries and equipment on the ship. Thus, the chief engineer shoulders much responsibility for the safe and continued running of the ship. The primary function of the second engineer is to supervise the daily operations and maintenance of all machinery, including the ballast system and firefighting equipment on board, including the execution of the planned maintenance, supervision of repairs, and advising chief engineer on ordering of spares and consumables. They are to ensure that all work in the engine department is carried out in a safe and efficient manner. The third engineer is usually in charge of boilers, fuel, auxiliary engines, condensate and feed systems, and is the third most senior engine officer on board. The fourth engineer is in charge of purifier, compressor, and machinery other than main engine, auxiliary engine, and boiler. And if without electrical officer available on board, the fourth engineer takes charge of electrical equipment. An aspiring engineering officer under training is assigned as engine cadet on board. Cadets assist engineering officers in maintaining the ship's main engines and running and maintaining all mechanical equipment, including the operation and maintenance of pumps and fuel systems, electrical generating and distribution equipment, refrigeration, air conditioning plant, lifts, and cranes. A fitter is in charge of fabrication on board and for studying blueprints, plans, and drawings to be able to construct, assemble, manufacture, and fit parts of machines. The main duty of an oiler is maintaining, cleaning, and at times operating ship engine parts, including blowers, compressors, motors, gears, ejectors, and other equipment. They are responsible for operating the lubricant, filtering, and purifying equipment and keeping logs of the oiling. The electrician on board is referred to the electrical technical officer, responsible for proper recording of temporary and preliminary modifications, to be proficient and knowledgeable in the maintenance and repair of all electrical and electronic equipment on the vessel. The role of a wiper consists of cleaning the engine spaces and machinery and assisting the engineers as directed. The position is an apprenticeship to become an oiler. Wiper is in charge of engine room housekeeping and support works. Steward Department. This department is in charge of provisions and preparing and serving meals for the ship's crew and conducting general housekeeping in accommodation on board. All the food preparation on board is under the supervision of the chief cook. The chief cook directs and participates in the preparation and serving of meals, determines timing and sequence of operations required to meet serving times, inspects equipment for cleanliness, and oversees proper storage and preparation of food. The all-around man is the messman. His or her duties are setting tables, serving food, or waiting on tables. Part of his job is also to clean the dishes and equipment, prepare coffee and beverages, make beds and clean quarters of officers. He is used wherever the chief steward wants him. These crew members on board that have strength to travel the vast sea make the voyage of ship possible and safe. They work together to perform their specific duties and responsibilities, hence making them a team at sea.